Hi, I'm Phyllis from the Doll Corner, and today I want to show you how to make your little bloomers. Remember the last video we did, we made a pattern for our doll, and this is our pattern. So you double your fabric, you have right sides together, and then you don't have to, I've got this the other wrong way. With right sides together, then you're ready to sew. So cut it out on green, going up and down this way. I serge the front seam, or you can just sew it and overcast it with a zigzag, or you could just sew it and it'll be fine. Unless it's a real fray fabric, if you've got one that's fraying. But anyway, then I turn over my casing. I serged along the top and the legs, and then I turn this over and just stitch it along there. And when I get that done, I go to my legs, and if I want to trim them, there's several different ways I can do it. I can put my lace right sides together and just stitch it right along the edge there, and then turn it under and top stitch it. And now we need something to gather it in, so you can take a piece of elastic and zigzag over it and bring it in, and that'll bring it in. You'll want to measure how much elastic you need, and that's one way of doing it. Another way is to take this ribbon ribbon lace, and then sew it both sides, and then weave your ribbon in, sew it at one end so it doesn't pull out, then bring enough up through here so that you have enough to tie in a bow, and then sew it at this end. Or there's another way I want to show you, and it's like this, and this is an easy way of doing it too. You sew your ribbon or lace on, leaving a little space here, 1/4 of an inch, whatever you think your elastic will fit through for a casing. Stitch along here, then turn it over and stitch along here and here, and that'll make a casing for you. And then that'll all gather, and you put your elastic through it. So that works well. Let's see, now this, you sew, when you get your elastic in here, let's see this one. When you get your elastic in here, you adjust it, take the right amount for you'll have to measure your doll, see how much elastic you will need, probably about 13 inches for this one. Thread it through and adjust it to how much you need, and then stitch it here. Then when you get that done, sew your back seam, making sure you've got it solid here. Back stitch it a couple times so that your elastic won't come loose, and then stitch down here. So that will leave you with something that looks like this. Sure. And if you just want to do a plain pair of panties, that's fine too. You can just make a casing at the leg, put your elastic through. Line it up at the center. Stitch it here a couple of times and here, so your elastic won't come out. And that's basically what your panty will look like, just a plain pair. You could embroider something if you have something on your machine that you'd like to put on it. With these, you could put a little rose or something along here. And this is the pair I've made for my doll here. And you can see I've left this out so I can cut it and tie my bow. And you'll see how they fit. They're quite easy to make. And my scissors. I'll cut this in half. Just like that. Now you trim your ribbon off. Now, if for some reason you felt your leg was too long, you didn't want it that long, just take and run a tuck or two around here, and it looks like a little detail, and it'll bring your pant leg up to wherever you want it. But I think this is just about right for this doll. But I have done that if I felt my leg was a little bit too long. Just run a couple of tucks in here, all the way around. So it's very easy to do, and I hope yours comes out quite nice. If not, you haven't wasted a lot of material and you can start again. That's one thing about working with dolls. It doesn't take much fabric. So subscribe to my channel. Touch the bell to be notified. Follow me on Instagram. If you have any questions, email me at dollfashion77@gmail.com. And I appreciate all my followers. And thanks for watching. Bye now.